Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Power Up with Pride 2021. Are y'all ready to live happily ever after? At least in this video game specifically, with Garby. Hi, Garby.
Hello. So, I'm definitely excited to show this game off, and it's definitely a game that it's a game I had a lot as a kid, and I'm excited to get to show it off. But I know that we did have a bit more for the characters. So, what's the status of that?
Let me look it up right now. Refreshing. Okay, well, this is interesting. This never happened before. It's currently a tie. Both Shadow Man and Snow White are tied at $20. Anyone want to, just give a little love to Trevor Project and tip this one either way?
Preferably in favor of Snow White, but either way, you're supporting the charity, so it's cool either way.
Coin flip, or if we could flip a coin. I don't think we've had an actual process for this, but
ideally a coin flip where both the coins are heads and the heads is Snow White.
Oh, that would be great. You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, let me just refresh one more. Ah. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yep, I think, okay, it is tied. You know what? I agree. Staff seems to say we should just go with runner's choice. So, Garby, who would you like to play as?
I would like to play as Snow White.
And let's go with Snow White. Thank you, everybody, for the gift of choice to Garby.
Yeah, thank y'all, and thank you for your donations to get this to this big award to make it so that we have a tie. That's exciting. But anyway, so I'll talk more about the differences between the characters as we're doing the run. So I guess we can count down. I guess I could just count myself down.
Absolutely, go for it. You have the power.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. And so you'll notice that I'm playing as Snow White. The characters aren't significantly different, but there are some minor differences between them. Snow White's hitbox is a little taller vertically, which makes collecting coins easier, but it also makes it harder to move around in some cases. So there are really pros and cons to either character. So it's not really a significant difference in the time, so that's kind of the difference between them. And so the general story of this game is that you play as Snow White, and you and Shadow Man were going to defeat. Well, you and the Prince were going to defeat Shadow Man, or to defeat Malice, but the Prince got turned into Shadow Man, and now we're going to rescue Shadow Man. And that's just kind of the story of this. But I guess I can talk about my history with this game. I rented this a lot as a kid, and I unironically thought this was a really, really fun game. But as I've had friends try it, I've realized that not everyone thinks that this is a really good game. I think I had you play it once, Sandra.
I might have. This might have been in a gauntlet situation, but I remember interacting with this game briefly.
I think Yeah. But this is still a game, like, even though it can be kind of unclear where to go in some cases, and like, so one thing that happened was that, like, what you need to do with this game is that you need to collect 60 coins and then reach the goal, and it varies depending on the difficulty you do. In easy, you have to get 20, and in normal 40, and in difficult mode, it's 100. So the modes change how long the run is by quite a bit.
Yeah, you're saying Snow White has a taller hitbox, but it really does seem that when it comes to collecting things, the game just decides what the hitbox is at any moment.
Yeah, so hitboxes in this game. So those are definitely something. You saw I passed over a coin there and I didn't collect it. That is something that honestly happens a lot in this run. And so I want to kind of collect more coins than I sometimes need, just to make sure that I can have enough.
Enough to pay the toll at the exit.
Yeah. Whew. Sounds similar to one of my other favorites, Odd Offense. And you'll see those yellow like circles that go in and out. Those are like warps. And also, I'm sorry I forgot to mention this earlier, but there's no like background flashing, but sometimes when you hurt an enemy, it does, like, the enemies do flash when you hit them, so definitely like be aware of that. And it might not be showing up because it might not be showing up on y'all's end, but that is a thing with this. I need to actually get some backup coins because I don't quite have enough. But this can still work. Okay, yes, that's exactly enough. Sometimes collision can be annoying. Yeah, I had this in. Yeah, I ran this in Austin Games Done with Awful Block. So I have. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. And the stages are, as you might be able to tell, they're kind of non-linear, so... Oh, okay, good. So like, there's a lot of memorization to going fast here, but luckily I know the right warps to take to get the coins optimally. And you'll also notice the bomb that I have. You can either have a bomb or like homing missile, and the bomb that I have here is generally best for the general levels, but the homing missile is the best for the final boss, so I'll be willing to get that. And if you get one of the power-ups, you can't switch back, so it's important to not accidentally get them. And also, hey, a tree! Oh no! I had to show that animation off.
Aww. It's good to hug a tree, though, and sometimes the tree wants to hug you back.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're trying to go fast, but sometimes you just gotta hug a tree.
Yeah, this is one of the multiple games in this marathon where hugging a tree will be a concept.
Yeah.
I'm also still not over the concept of, like, yes, Snow White's weapons, bombs, and homing missiles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the basic weapon you use is like apples, which I guess is a little more like kid friendly, I guess I'd say.
I mean, it is kind of like powerful for Snow White to go like, yes, my whole story revolves around getting poisoned by an apple, and therefore I will make them my weapon. I am the knight. No, I am the applesauce, I guess. Okay, so
and this is another level. It's really non-linear. The goal is on the top right of the level, so even though there is stuff to the left, it's just more coins that I don't really need to worry about here. So I'm just gonna intentionally take a death so I can get back to the beginning of the level, because that's the fast way to get back.
And so this was like based on like the non-Disney Snow White movie.
The non-Disney one, I think so. Yeah, I know that there was also like a NES like unreleased game that was based on that, but I think it's different. It like has different. It plays differently than this, so that's kind of interesting. And I'm also a little surprised that, given that this is based on like a franchise like Snow White, that this is such an obscure game.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those situations where like one of the interpretations of the source material was way more popular, and so that's kind of like the like when people think of Snow White, they tend to think of the Disney version, not the Filmation version.
Yeah. And you'll see here, there are some bats that just move around without but not based on your movement. But some of the bats, they like try to home in on you. And unfortunately, I got knocked off there, so I'm gonna have to get some extra coins. Okay, that's enough. That's a thing that can happen. You can just get knocked around, and that can happen. But we're getting pretty close to the end of the run. This set of levels is probably the most challenging in the game, I would say.
You're making it look easy because, yeah, the layouts seem like absolutely baffling.
Yeah, so one thing that makes this game not that bad is that you see my hearts on the bottom left. That's how much health I have. And each time I take a hit or fall on a hit, I'll lose one heart. But
oh, wow.
There are a lot of hearts scattered through the game, and so it's really easy to just get a lot of hearts quickly. So game overing isn't really something I worry about in the run. So just because there's so many hearts throughout the levels, and that should be exactly enough to go down here. Oh no, that is bad. There were like about 22 coins or so through there, and I couldn't get them because an enemy I just fell too far. There is like fall damage here. Like, fall too far, you will take a death. It counts as falling in a pit. So yeah, I need to be sure to land on like that. So
shout out to Snow White's falling too far animation. It's really funny.
Yeah. But yeah, that bat there homes in on you, and that's something that happens. And so now we're entering the Mud River. This is an auto-scroller. There is a minor way to speed it up. I can take deaths early on to, like, right after I get a checkpoint, I can take a death to spawn the log a little farther into the level. Although I'm not going to do that here because we won't get to hear as much of this awesome music. And so, since it's an auto-scroller, if you have any donations, Andra, now would be a good time.
Absolutely. We do have $10 from Alice Powell. Thank you so much. And we have $50 from the Lemon Fairy saying, love Power Up with Pride and thank you for supporting the Trevor Project. Well, thank you for supporting the Trevor Project too.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
And also thank you to Spancakes, who has thrown in $5 to make Snow White indeed win that bid war retroactively. So thank you for setting the timeline correctly.
Yay.
And we finally also have a $15 from Petricide shouting out Ryan Ford. Thank you again, Ryan Ford, and that wonderful gimmick run.
Yeah, that gimmick is a lot of fun.
It's such a cute game. It's like this is now like another like really like you know, like good looking game. It's like very nice to see, except this one is way gentler on the gameplay than Gimmick is in terms of like difficulty, it seems.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd say it's generally better. When I have people like when I like introduce people to this game, the reactions I get are honestly mixed between this game is awesome and is this a bootleg? But yeah, we're at the last checkpoint now, so pretty close to the end. I unfortunately took a death because if you're really close to those bricks, they won't break if you throw an apple at them. So it can be hard to break one of the walls toward the end of the level. So I ended up taking a death from that. And another thing this game has, it has Kaja blocks. I'm not kidding.
No.
Yes. Sometimes if you can just like hit a bonk on a block as you're trying to get around and just fall into the pit. It's amazing. For a specific definition of amazing, but still. But this is the last set of levels, and here the doors replace the warps that you normally go into. And so luckily that I didn't know about that for the longest time, so knowing that that batch of points is there makes this level a lot easier. And so we want to get that checkpoint in that important because there's another door right here that can just do that can just let you go through there. And that puts us like right toward the end of the level. And
is there any like penalty for like falling off the screen?
Oh, yeah, if you fall off the screen, you have to start from your last checkpoint, which as far as hearts go, you only lose 1 heart, so it's not especially punishing. You start with like 35 in hard mode, so in general, this game isn't really that punishing as far as like hearts concerned. And now we're entering the final level. This level has 2 places where it's possible to soft lock toward the end. Because first, if you're Snow White, you can get like stuck in bricks while you're trying to do stuff, and it's impossible to get out. And also, at the end of the level, if you don't have 60 coins, there is no way to get back, and you'll have to reset the game.
Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty rude. But yeah, this is a lot. But yeah, so I need to be careful to make sure that I can have plenty so that does not happen. And there is level select, but there's no way to. But the level select doesn't save upon resetting, so you would have to just do a full reset and start all over from the beginning. Normally, if you like lose all of your continues, you can just restart. I better not miss any of these, or I can miss 2 of these and I'll be fine. Okay, yeah. If I would have had 60, I would have had to start over. And this is the final boss. Also, there's the enemy will be flashing for about 1.5 minutes or so. So be aware of that. Oh, why did it just do an input there? Anyway. So this is the final boss, Malice. So the reason I want the homing missile here is that Malice flies in this difficulty. So, and it's a lot easier to hit him if you have the homing missile. Honestly, they're probably not missiles, but that's the best way I can say. That's the best way I have to say it. Like homing apples is probably what they are, looking at the picture, or homing tomatoes. But yeah. Anyway, ideally I'd have Mouse Flash like getting hurt ultimately, but Mouse's fireballs can also like do stuff. Can like disintegrate the homing missiles. And time's gonna come in after the last hit, which is probably gonna be pretty soon now. So be around that. This fight also changes depending on the difficulty you do. So that's how it works here. Like on hard or on difficult, Malice takes even longer to kill, and shoots more fireballs. That's time.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's Snow White. Hey, we live happily ever after.
Congratulations.
Yeah, yay. That was a lot of fun. So I guess thanks Power with Pride for having me and everything. And that was a lot of fun to do. And so I'll just oh yeah, there's like a name select I can just we're mushy. Yay.
Thank you so much for this wonderful run. It's like this is one of those games that seems like very, very baffling to the like when you're playing it casually. So to see it just like, oh, this is how you do it when you know exactly everything. Like it's really, really entertaining. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I guess I'll throw it over to the host now. So thanks for having me.
Thank you.